Every year along the banks of the Illinois River, thousands gather for the Motorcycle Freedom Run. They gather next to the Middle East conflict wall for a chance to honor those American soldiers who have lost their lives in combat in the Middle East.
And I could hardly stand the thought of our brave young men taking up freedom's hand out in the desert sand.
It's a time to celebrate and remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And this year, it was a time to celebrate our right to honor and remember our servicemen and women in peace. That right was threatened in Illinois when a hate group from Kansas made a practice of picketing and protesting the funerals and memorial services of Illinois soldiers. That's when Illinois Lieutenant Governor Pat Quinn,
from Illinois, your Lieutenant Governor, Pat Quinn,
rallied the home front.
And fortunately, we had many folks here and folks across Illinois who sent emails and letters and made phone calls and made visits to legislators to get a law passed in Illinois, the Let Them Rest in Peace Act, that establishes rules and regulations to prevent this kind of disruption of a soldier's funeral in the land of Lincoln. Thank you very much.
Quinn introduced the Let Them Rest in Peace Act in January of 2006 after seeing firsthand the pain that hate group caused.
It began last summer in Anna, Illinois. It also happened in East Peoria, in Galesburg. It happened in Lake County. It happened in Mount Vernon. It happened in North Lake, Illinois. And yes, it happened in Verdon, Illinois, where Linda Mae Morrison was at a memorial service for her heroic son, Gary Harper, who was killed in Iraq last year.
And so Quinn, too, traveled across Illinois, standing up for our right to remember our soldiers in peace.
I think it's very important that we remember the Gold Star families that raised our soldiers, our men and women who have volunteered for our armed services, for our military, to defend and protect our democracy. Yep.
Quinn asked Illinois citizens to sign an online petition to encourage Illinois lawmakers to pass the Let Them Rest in Peace Act.
It's very important that we pass the law this week before the Senate goes home. This is a law that protects the speech of those who are conducting a religious service or a memorial service to honor anyone who has a funeral.
The petition was successful. The Let Them Rest in Peace Act was passed in April. It officially creates a 200-foot zone of privacy around a funeral service, and within that zone, it prohibits hateful speech designed to disrupt a funeral from the time 30 minutes before to the time 30 minutes after a funeral service.
The men and women on this wall are volunteers. They answered the call to duty to defend our democracy, honor their lives, and never forget those who have given their lives for our freedom, for our democracy.
Sorry, Mama, I called so late. We lost 4 men, Mama, I'm so filled with hate. They were my brothers, my comrades and friends, but they were proud, Ma, right to the end.
This year, 906 more names are being added to that wall. That means 906 more names were read at the Freedom Run Memorial Service.
Ronnie Shelley Sr.
And 906 more families hold a cherished attachment to a name etched into that wall.
In private, Christopher M. Koser.
Yeah!
And while the hope is that we never add another name, we may all be assured that if a name must be added, we in Illinois can honor that brave service member in peace.
I want the LT son to know his spirit will live on in my soul. And for Casey and John and Seth, you can bet we're gonna do our best. And I could hardly stand the thought of our brave young men off in a foreign land to fight in desert sand.